Yeah. UPK shit, man. One West. Hey. I'm a UPK. Yeah. UPK shit, man. One West. Hey. I'm a UPK.
Follow his lead, repeat after me. I know they lurking, this serpent is circling, but I never worry, cause he got the keys. He let it bleed, never put me on the freeze. Just look at how he spit it to me. It'll be out of right after I seek. You can't make the promise unless you the king. Jay with a baby, I am what he made me. No, you cannot shame me, so it's for the birds. Buy for a price, you ain't know what it's worth. He not letting go like his grandmama purse. Rolling with heavy, he feeling kinda discouraged, cause he feeling down in the dirt. I told him heavy, you only need faith, cause yes, you already did all the work. Life or death, this life is best. I'd rather see the vision complete instead of the speed to find regret. You gotta breathe so you can be free, so you never need the ice and checks. This be my plea, I lost my debt. I gotta cheese and found my flex. I gotta be, I gotta breathe, I gotta breathe. Keep moving. Keep moving.
So what we doing here early in the morning?
Sure, about to eat some chicken salad right now.
So what we doing today? It's early in the morning. It's about 4:30 in the morning.
When I harebrained schemes, but yeah, we leaving from Delaware. Y'all from Delaware came to Philly, met us in Southwest Philly. We about to get on I-95 going out to New York for a special operation we got going on in NYC today. We're going to be giving out some clothes to the migrants that got shipped up to New York from the southern border. And we're gonna come out in force. We're gonna come out strong. Brothers from all over the country is coming out to support the event. And yeah, man, we got some coats, some t-shirts, some socks, shoes, whatever you need.
All right.
If you're a migrant,
all right,
you got it.
You know, they got some good stuff there too in the van. I might have to get up on a pair of sneaks myself.
We're gonna go out there and represent for UPK on the command GEN.YAHANNA, you know. That's about it.
Yeah, I figured that.
I mean, that's all we can do, right?
Yeah. So it's early in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm used to this though.
Me too. I'm used to this too. Actually, I get a little bit early in this. I started jumping out of bed like, oh
yeah.
You know. But it's cool though. But we here early though.
And we doing this for people. Right. We're doing this for all the people out there, man. We just want to know what we do normally. We do this normally. It's like we just doing it on a bigger scale today, but we do this every weekend. Man.
Yeah, we do food drives and clothing drives all the time. But today we're gonna do them on a very large scale.
Yeah,
we do this shit all the time. We got a lot of practice.
Yeah, this ain't nothing new, man.
Practice.
We talking about
practice.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Pay attention, boy. I'll show you how to do this shit.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they busted your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my checking them bank, they see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways, really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it, I've been up, so read about it, no beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it, we'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the field, and go continue.
Operational.
Nobody to take care of my head.
What's going on, man? We got GEN.YAHANNA, man. What's going down?
What's going on, y'all? You know, you already know what it is. One West to the death. We're going to go ahead and serve our people, you know what I'm saying, the way we're supposed to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all need to get down with it. You understand what I'm saying? I.S.U.P.K, get down with it. That's it.
Right.
Shalom.
All right, bro.
Going down, man.
All right. Captain out here, man.
We on top.
What we doing out here, Cap?
Y'all niggas doing big things. We doing big things. We about to be clothing. You know what I'm saying? We got sneakers. We got baby carriages. We got, you know what I'm saying? All that for our people, you understand, who are in need and less fortunate, because Commanding General Yahanna is going to take care of El Barrio, the Res, the ghetto, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. You heard?
That's right. That's right. That's right. Captain Tower, man. What's going on, Cap, man?
Trying to get out here, man, with the brothers.
Last time I heard from you, you was down in Augusta.
Right?
It's over now?
Over, but I like it. That's done with. But I do like Augusta. I'm definitely going back just on the strength. Like it's nice out there, man. But you know what I mean? We got more traveling to do, man.
Both sides crazy. So we on our
more
way.
traveling to do.
Philly up here, man, in the building. I'm ready to go down here and run for 2 blocks. I got the Captain with Sharks on, so we'll see how this gonna work. But
Hey, dog's gonna be barking like a mug.
Yeah, look, the camera starts shaking like this a little bit. You know, them toes hurting.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's time to go.
That ain't
That's
the play. That's the play count. That's the play.
Shout out to Captain Mashak, man.
Your feet throwing up gang signs.
No, they're good. They're good. They feel
You
comfortable.
ain't gonna be waiting to go.
Yeah, no, they feel good. They feel good. But the running part, it might be a little bit weird.
Boy, toes is cooked.
Yeah.
Not to run off his head.
So shout out to Captain Mashak, man. Look,
That's gonna have to run off the hill.
you know what
I need my dog Tuki, nigga.
I mean? So yeah, man, we about to head down somewhere in New York. I'm just gonna follow the brothers and see where we gotta go. But as for right now, we're about to go find some parking. That's a lot of money, but we should be good to go as long as we put the money in. We should be good to park. And
we still gotta be there before 8 o'clock.
yeah, let's roll. What's going on? Slug it.
Man,
Slug it, Cap, man. I had to get an interview with you real quick, man. You coming up here from Houston, Texas, if it's okay?
Yeah, what's going
So
on?
what's going down? How was your flight out here?
The fight was suave. It was great. The most important part is this. Being out here to do the work with the brothers, man. This is a beautiful turnout. We're gonna come out here and do what we do, take care of our brothers and sisters.
So, you know, Houston is a long way away. It's about 25-hour drive, you know what I'm saying? What brings you out here to New York? You know what I mean? This mildly cold weather.
Right. Well, I mean,
I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yahanna, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
We don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
Let's get it on. I can't Salaki, my Salaki. Clap it up one time. Let's get it on. We about to get it on.
Hold it down one more time. Clap it up. Good job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're going to rock it out here tonight, man. We're holding it down for Commanding General Yahanna. We're here with General Micah Allah. Give him a hand.
Onstage, cries.
Officer Morale, Officer Yediah, Officer I.S.U.P.K, Trooper, what's your name?
That's
Nabab.
right. That's
Trooper
right.
Nagar. We're rocking it out tonight. We're going to get into all of the real news. The things that that normal media, the mainstream media, the social media will not tell you about. And they absolutely cannot give you the truth on these topics. We will talk about these topics, and we will give you the truth on these topics today. We're going to talk about Jonathan Majors, Maya.
That's right.
We're going into that.
For sure.
We're going into Cardi B. We're going into your president, Donald Trump, who's ahead in the polls by about 50% ahead of all of his challengers, who is an out and right Nazi.
God.
Who praises Adolf Hitler and quotes out of Adolf Hitler's book, Mein Kampf. And he's ahead in the polls by 50%. I wonder why. I wonder what people love so much about Donald Trump. We're going to go into that tonight. Yediah has some more stories. Cardi B, Jonathan Majors. What else do we have tonight, Yediah, that the people know about? Oh, it's a lot more. We got about 15 of them. We'll get it in today. If you have, say again, Donald Trump. If you have any questions or comments, just let Maran know. He's reading the chat thing. Also, Yediah is going to link me up so I can give you some shout outs right here on the screen as well. For now, let's go through our first story, Yediah. No problem.
Khan. What is SB 4, Texas Immigration Enforcement Law, likely to face court challenge?
You hear about this, Mayak? This is a law, of course. They're having an immigrant crisis on the borders of Mexico. So this affects mainly Texas. Down there is getting highly affected by this because there's a large influx of people coming from Guatemala, coming from Haiti, coming from Mexico, coming from Venezuela, trying to come into America. Many people, believe that this is a terrible crisis and they don't know how to fix it. Once again, let me give you Commanding General Yahanna's solution right now. Stop destroying the countries of the people round about you.
That's right.
Stop destroying your neighbor's house. It's a terribly dangerous thing to be a neighbor to America, man. To be a neighbor to America is so dangerous because America is going to destroy your home simply because you're close to America.
Okay.
And now, because of that, all of the neighboring countries to America, all of the Caribbean countries, all of the different countries throughout South and Central America are in dire straits because of drugs, crime, and the dilapidated governments that serve these countries. These governments are dilapidated because America destroys them, because America wipes out its neighbors. So now, of course, right on cue, everyone has to flee into America for safety. Everyone has to flee into Texas to get away from a country that America is destroying. Everyone understands. You want to end the immigration problem, man? Fix Mexico. Fix Guatemala. Fix Venezuela. How do you fix it? Stop destroying it.
Okay.
Stop corrupting its leaders. Stop giving out bribes and false contracts to the wickedest people in the world in these countries so that they can destroy their own land. Why? Because America wants immigrants to flood into this country. They want them there. They want to destroy their home so that they can come into America and be the new slaves in America.
God.
Because that is all that is going to happen. So now Texas, because of the immigrant crisis, just passed a law this week, Mayak, saying that now crossing the border into America is going to be considered a state crime. That's a big thing, Mayak, because with every other country on the planet, if you cross a national border, it's not a state crime, it's a federal crime because it's the border to another country.
Okay.
And so then the federal government is the one that decides what happens to people that break this law. But Texas, of course, hates the federal government. Texas wants to
What migrants do is they
America. They always do. I gotta find something for this damn knocking the damn table constantly. If only I could stop knocking it. Anyway, so Texas hates being part of America. Yatazak was telling me that they constantly want to break off from America, secede from America all the time. So they're going to make crossing the national border from Mexico into Texas a state crime, so that the government won't have any say in the matter. That's the point. You get the point. Yediah, go ahead. Please. Is there any? If there's more,
sir. The Texas legislature recently passed a controversial bill that makes crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally a state crime punishable with jail time, with Governor Greg Abbott, who has pushed hard to expand the state's ability to enforce its 1,200-mile border with Mexico.
So that's what I just broke down just now. Anything else? So, of course, they want to put him in jail, put him in prison, which is what they're going to do. Why? Because prison now is going to be where everyone is trained to have their new job. Give me that story about the prisoners are going to work. Oh, wait, hold a minute. Hold up, you die. There's another story about a judge who took a shoplifter and made them work in a restaurant. I'm not sure if they were a shoplifter. It was some woman who now, because she was rude or did something cruel to the people that worked there, she was sentenced to work in the restaurant. And it was groundbreaking. Although judges have the power to do this, this judge did this to a white woman, and it made national news. But everyone should keep their eyes open, because if judges now could not go to prison, but sentence you to go to work, and now Texas is going to make coming into America illegally a state crime, well, you're going to work at Whataburger. That's their problem. You like Whataburger? They got that Whataburger over there in Texas, my. Oh, we're about to work at Whataburger, Rob. You're going to come across the border and go straight to work in Whataburger. I wonder, what's the name of it? Whataburger, I think the name of the place. Keep going, you die. What do you want to say?
Khan, judge orders woman to work in fast food restaurant after she threw burrito bowl in an Ohio Chipotle employee's face in viral video.
She threw a burrito bowl in somebody's face. Now, this is an oppressor, Mayak. She's a terribly cruel person. And oppressors are especially cruel to their servants, to someone that's there to help them. They especially feel justified in being cruel to you because they believe there is no repercussion for being cruel to a servant. So this devil was dead wrong for what she did to this poor brother or sister who's trying to make a living working in Chipotle, right? But the judge forced her to go work in a fast food place. Now, that should wake all of us up, because they're about to make it a state crime to cross the border into Texas from Mexico, which means you're working at Whataburger. You're going to come across the border and go straight to work at Whataburger. Yeah. And then if somehow end up in those fields in Texas, picking cotton, cutting sugar cane, and then America will truly be great again. Like once you're in those fields again, once you leave Mexico, come over to America, and now you're working in the fields, oh, America will be great again, Maya. Once that happens. This is the future to America. This is why they want to treat these other countries so terribly who are on the borders of America, so that they can enslave their people when they flee their own country. You don't think Venezuelans want to live in their own homeland? You ever been homesick before, Mayak? Everyone has felt that feeling, right? I don't care where you're from. You love your home. If your home is some desert, if your home is some island, people love their home. The people in Venezuela and Nicaragua don't want to leave their home. The people in Mexico and in Acuna, they don't want to leave their home. They love their home. Like everyone else loves their home, loves their barrio, loves their reservation. It has an emotional attachment to them. They love that place. If anybody is fleeing from their homeland, They have no choice. They don't want to come over here to America. You think South and Central Americans want to come to America to freeze to death? What in the hell do you think they're coming over here for? Huh? Because they've been seduced by watching the TV show Friends? That's not what happened. America is destroying their country, crippling the economy of their country. America's propping up drug lords and drug cartels in their country. They have no choice but to leave their home. If they had a way, if there was any alternative, they would stay in their barrio. They would stay in that homeland. They wouldn't leave their land. They love that place, but they have no choice. Well, America wants it like that so they can cross the border and some judge can put them straight to work in the fields. Everybody gets it. Anything else? I got you in here, my yacht. I'm getting a terrible reverb. Can I fix that? I got One West, Labwa, Halak the Lion, Heart.
It's not me, right?
I see you up in there, Warren. Okay. Get it on. All right, we sound good now. No problem. Let's get to the next story unless we have precepts you want to pull out or anything else. I'm ready. Anyone online we should address, Marah? We fixed the echo, Hakalak. We good to go. I think we should be straight now, all right? Go ahead.
The nation's largest credit union rejected more than half of its black conventional mortgage applicants.
The nation, this is Navy Credit Federal Union, Maya. You've heard of them before. Oh, the Navy Credit. Oh, that's for the service members, Maya. Thank you for your service. They have a credit union that is designed specifically for veterans, specifically for men who have served in the American military. And now, because of that, deserve the right to have a credit union to give them loans for businesses, home loans, to support the men who have made the largest sacrifice for this country, Maya. Well, come to find out, it's the most racist bank on the planet. It is the most racist bank on the planet. Navy Federal Credit Union rejects half of every black person. They have black people out trying to figure out how they lost this home loan. They make enough money, more than enough money. There are people E5s and E3s, whatever the hell that means, in the United States military. And they have big corporate jobs. And they find a loan and they get pre-approvals. The brother was on the news saying he got pre-approved, Maya. He's an executive for a big company. Yeah. He found the house and they still refused to give him the home. He couldn't understand why until he looked in the mirror and then realized why. And so many of you brothers out there that fought for this country in war and you joined the American military, you expected to receive love for your sacrifice. You were a fool. If that's why you joined the white man's military, if you thought they would return your sacrifice, right, if you thought they would give you love in return, you made a very poor choice. You were an idiot about that because you serve someone that is not worthy of your service. You serve a man that is not worthy of your courage. That's what Commander General Yahanna taught us. Give me that precept about blessed is the man that serveth a man who is greater than he. You went out and gave your blood, gave your legs, gave your penis to the United States military. Gave your genitals, because that's a true thing. That's true. Brothers, because of the advancement in medical technology, there are brothers that went over to Iraq and Afghanistan, and they set on a bomb. A bomb was under their Humvee, and they lost their legs and their genitalia. Give me the number of those people when you get a chance. They come over here to America, and if you're black, you cannot get a home loan. You cannot get a loan to go start your own business or to be an entrepreneur. You can't get anything. Your future is living under a bridge with a camouflage sack. That's your future. Navy Federal Credit Union, according to the United States government, is the most racist bank in the country. In the country. You die, what do you have? No, it's in the Old Testament. A man is in Proverbs. I'll get it for you in a second. What do you have, Marah?
Salaki, sir, if I may. What's so crazy is you go on TikTok, who's the main people promoting Navy Federal Credit Union? All you see is Black and Hispanic men and women.
Well,
seen
they're paid actors, man. That's all. Navy Federal Credit Union, they're paid actors, and they want you to give your money to Navy Federal Credit Union. They want you to open up an account. You get my point? Because they know that you make up the bulk of the United States military, and you're the people who need a bank account. So they want you to open up a bank account, but they are not giving you a home loan. You can forget that. Whether you're eligible or not, whether you're worthy of it or not, you're not getting it. And these are not our words. This is the words of the United States government who went out and reviewed this case. Anything else, you die? If you got more of the story, I'll take that. If you can't find the precept, someone online, give me the precept where it said, "Blessed is he that serveth a man more righteous than he, or is better than he." That's if you need a perfect precept for someone who gave their blood to the United States military, it's that precept, because you've given so much to them. I feel so sorry for brothers and sisters out. You sisters, you joined the United States military and you were sexually assaulted. You were sexually abused. You were abused, that much is for damn sure. They got abused in that military. And you went in there with your heart open and you're ready to serve and you want to help your country and you love your country. So many of you Hispanics, you come over to America, you feel like America gave you something and you want to give something back. And you know that you can have a better life because they tell you about the college, they'll pay for your college, Mayak. They'll give you so much. And so you sign your life away and go into the United States military. And the minute you sign that piece of paper, all you get is contempt. All you get is contempt. And then when the time comes when you've lost your genitals because of a bomb in Afghanistan, and you've lost your legs, and now all you want is to buy a home and open up a little restaurant. Mayak, you're going to get a rejection letter in the mail from them.
God.
A rejection letter. Officer Mathumya.
Sir, I got that precept.
Please.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 8. Well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding.
You know what that's talking about, Mayak. Well is him if you dwell with a wife with a big butt. Is that what it says?
Wow.
With big breasts. With a banging Instagram page where she's naked and really turns you on.
A wife of understanding.
Yeah, well is him if you dwell with a wife of understanding. See, this is about choices, Mayak. Choices.
God.
That's life. I can't fix that for you. Choices. You're going to choose a woman one day. Now, you'll either choose her because she looks good on Instagram. She said the nastiest thing in the world. Some of you women, you're so desperate. Have you seen them, Mayako, on Instagram trying to say the most disgusting thing in the world on Instagram so that men can say, "Ooh, will you do that to me? Could I get that? Could I get some of that you tell everybody you do so much?" Brothers out there, whenever you see a woman like that on Instagram, just type these words into her page. What are the names of your children? How many children do you have? How old are your children? Just find the nastiest woman talking about performing analingus on a man. Maya, GEN.YAHANNA didn't know that existed. He didn't know that was a thing. It exists, sir. It's on Instagram. Well, when you hear her talking about performing analingus on a man, just say, "Oh, that's what's up, sis. How many children do you have? How old are your children?" Switch the topic straight to her kids and just see if she switches. See if she goes, oh, my kids are 15, 7, and 10. Just that's all, and leave it there. You boys or girls, what do you have? Because if you choose a woman because she said the most vile and disgusting thing in the world on Instagram and Facebook, that is going to be the mother of your children. You're having children with her, right? That's the choice you've made. Continue.
Come. And that hath not slipped with his tongue.
Keep going.
And that hath.
Hold up. Let me break that one down. That's a good one for you too, Mathumya. And have not slipped with your tongue. I try to teach this. I don't teach this well. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, especially when you're speaking to Commanding General Yahanna.
Damn
you
right.
gotta watch your mouth, man. I can't help you with what happens afterwards. You have to watch your mouth. It's something that your mother and your father should have taught you. Everyone has to learn this, Mayak. You can't go running off your mouth and saying whatever you want to say. Oh, you have the freedom. You think you're free. Yeah. All right, no problem. And other people are free to love Commanding General Yahanna.
That's right.
They're free to love him too. That's the answer to a question I've been asked throughout the years, Mayak. Here's the question they asked me. They say, I believe this is from some stupid movie. Is it better to be loved or feared? Have you heard that one before?
Got it one.
Inevitably, someone will say, General Hyman, is it better? What do you choose? To be loved or feared? I'm going to answer this question one time. I pray I don't have to do it again. Okay, here's the answer to that question. Being loved by other people is the only reason you should fear anyone. Because there are people who have other people that love them. And because they are so loved, you should be afraid of what you do to them.
God.
If no one loves you, then no one has any reason to fear you because no one loves you anyway, right? If you're someone that's just feared but not loved, then there's no reason to fear someone that doesn't have anyone that loves them. Oh, but Mayak, if you're someone that has brothers that love you,
right,
you have to be afraid of that person. You understand?
Yeah.
Because someone loves them. Someone loves Commanding General Yahanna.
Right.
Someone loves him,
right,
which means you should be afraid of him. Everyone understands. All right? You get it now, right? Watch your mouth. Continue.
Come. And that hath not served a man more unworthy than himself.
Here's another brother that's blessed, Mayak. You got a brother that chooses a wise woman, a brother that knows how to watch his effing mouth, and a brother that has never served a man that is more unworthy than himself. That's a blessed person. I've been fortunate enough to have never served a man that was unworthy. Never. I've never done that. And I know that that's a great blessing because I've served under Commanding General Yahanna and served him for so many years of my life. But you brothers in the Navy, in the Marines, you've served someone who is less worthy than you.
That's right.
You're the one who should be served. You're the one that should be given the orders. You're the one, if blacks and Latinos were in charge of the military, you know what would happen, Mayak? They would give loans to white people.
God.
They would do that. Black people would never deny white people loans based on the color of their skin. They would never do that. Who can ask me how I know? Give me someone in the chat room that can tell me how I know for a fact that if blacks and Latinos were in charge of the Navy Federal Credit Union, they would never just deny a white person a loan based on their race. I have obvious proof all around you, proof up and down, proof side to side. Whenever you're ready, I'll tell you. Anyone want to give it a shot? Huh? No? Let me see who's up in here tonight. Hakalak, I see you getting down in here. Hakalak. Well, how can I see everybody on YouTube? Okay, YouTube. I can't put them up on here. I had them up on here one day. Yeah, I did something with that where I was able to get them up on the screen. Give me some shout outs, man. Who you see on there on YouTube while they waiting to answer that
Just
question?
pause. So we got start up top. We got Nicole Davis.
All right.
In the chat room.
Mhm.
Shalom. Taza War Banyam Yan. West Philly for life. Always up in here. Who else? Kwasha Banya Hawada.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Dave Douglas?
Douglas.
Let me go down. Slakia. Princess Nakaf. Jayla Brown. Shalom.
I see you, Jayla Brown. Hold up, man. I'm jamming you up.
Got
Go ahead.
Odessa Stewart. Of course, we got General Cabal in the house.
All right.
What's this? Zataha Rice.
Zataha. Go ahead.
Nazam Anna. Black Dazzle. Up in the joint.
Go ahead, Bridget.
Quara Lacum.
Say one more time. Damn, something happened one time.
Shamshawan. In the chat room. Shalom to y'all. Naima Ra'aban. Shalom, sis. Sister Yakala. Who else we got here? Sister Bathara Wana in the chat room. Who this? Denny's. Officer Karanya Allah. Bayana. I think I said her. Shapara in the chat room.
Good job, y'all. Any more, Mayak, you want to get into?
That's it. Come.
Give him a hand. Damn right. So what if everyone coming in with us every week, man, to find the truth in a world full of darkness? You found the light, and you have chosen well. Well, let me give you my answer now, Mayak. If blacks and Latinos were in charge of the Navy Federal Credit Union, they would never discriminate against loan applicants because of the color of their skin. I know that for a fact, because at one time, Chinese people, Korean people, Arab people tried to open up businesses in white neighborhoods, Mayak. They tried. They tried that. You know what happened with them, y'all? What happened? They burned their businesses down. They threw rocks through the windows. They tried to go into Italian neighborhoods, Mayak, and set up Chinese laundries and Chinese laundromats and Chinese food stores. You know what happened? Rocks through their windows. No one would shop in those restaurants. Italian people would say, hey, you know, the old lady used to sell groceries in there. I knew the family that used to own that restaurant. Now they got some Arab in here selling us groceries. We're not shopping in there. They would throw rocks through the windows and beat up their children if their children tried to go shop in that restaurant. Why? Because they knew that used to belong to a little Italian old lady who used to own that restaurant. They couldn't open up restaurants in Italian neighborhoods. They tried to go to German neighborhoods out to the Midwest, Minnesota, go into German neighborhoods and the Arabs and try to open up a restaurant. They burned them down. They threw rocks in the windows. And if the child wanted to go in there, don't you go into that restaurant again. We buy our food from the restaurant down the street. That's a good German family from the same town our people are from in Germany. That's what happened. Then they went into a black neighborhood. The Chinese, the Vietnamese, the Korean, the Yemenis, the Saudi Arabian, the Iraqi, the Afghanistani, all the Ghani. You know what we did? Accept them with open arms. We did that. So many people look at our treatment of the other nations that come into our neighborhood as a weakness. That's the wrong way to think about it. It's the wrong way to think about it. I know you look at us like, look at all these people who have businesses in our neighborhoods. We're weak. We're weak. The Arabs open up businesses in our neighborhood. The Chinese open up businesses in our neighborhood. And you think because of that, that shines a light on the weakness of your people. It does not. The fact that the Chinese, the Arabs, the Koreans can open up nail salons, beauty supplies parlors, restaurants in black neighborhoods is a testament to the hospitality that black people have. We are the most hospitable and kind people on the planet. We're kind to strangers. We're hospitable to people who come into our neighborhood. It's a testament to the cruelty of these other nations that would use our hospitality to destroy us, that would use our kindness against us. But we're kind. We don't burn down a Chinese store. We shop there. We don't burn down a nail salon. We get our nails done in that nail salon. We treat the Chinese and the Koreans like guests in our home. We're not to be mocked and ridiculed because of it. Why don't you mock and ridicule the Koreans for taking advantage of our hospitality? Why don't you do that? If we were in charge of the banks, we would not discriminate based on race. Let us be in charge of the banks. Give us control over the credit unions. If you want it to be just and fair, things cannot be just and fair with the oppressor in charge. It is impossible. We have shown you that we know how to extend kindness to strangers. We've shown you that. Give us the chance to rule the world, and you watch what we do next. Anything else, Marah?
Salaka, sir, if I may, just to piggyback off what you said, sir, if I may, it's so crazy how the oppressor does us, right, and how these other nations do us. We've been working and enslaving and built America, and Navy Federal still discriminates against you. But I remember working in slavery when I was a kid. When I was like 17, my sister got me a job at this hair store she worked at, and we built the shelves or whatever. And he was explaining to his other family that who he helped get this hair store, like, yeah, you know, when we get over here, we get loans and this, that. I just got $75,000 for such and such, such and such. He was explaining to them that they get loans when they come over here, the Vietnamese. And what do? They get their money. We accept them in our land. Then they beat us with broomsticks.
That's it. They're the cruel ones. We're not stupid. We're not dummies because we're nice. You get my point? Like, that's the myth among black people. Like, we're so dumb that other Koreans open up businesses in our neighborhood. Why does that make us dumb? What should we do? Burn them down? Throw rocks through their windows like the Italians and the Irish did? Maybe we're not like them. Maybe we're not like the Irish. Maybe we're not like the Italians. Maybe we know how to treat guests. Maybe we know how to be kind to people from another land. Why don't you blame them for abusing our kindness? Why do we have to be dumb niggas because we got businesses from other people in our neighborhoods when we can never get the loan that they got? That we can never get the assistance that they get. You think the Chinese are so smart because they're in Harvard, and the Asians, they cheat on every test.
All of them. Good.
Every single test. You know why you're failing? Because you don't cheat. That is the truth of things. Because you as a black person, you go, well, if I cheat, then I don't understand the information. I really never learned it. So I don't cheat. Maya, do you know the stories about this AI that's doing these tests for everybody? Writing term papers.
God.
And it's shocking the world, Maya, because those Asians who we think are, of course, smarter than us because they own the restaurant in our neighborhood, they go to Harvard, they go to MIT. Maya, the AI is writing the test. AI is doing the term paper. Now, what do you learn as a kid? You being black or Hispanic, Maya? Well, you got to actually learn it. If you don't know the information, then you don't really understand it. And so you shouldn't cheat. So now here you are not cheating, getting D's, the Chinese cheating and letting a robot do the damn paper.
Good.
A robot is doing the paper. He's going to be a doctor. Why are we vilified? Because we have morals that other people don't have. Because we're kind. Because we're generous. Because we don't treat the Chinese people like, they're unwanted. We go in their neighborhood, we go into their store, and we invite them in, and we have an amiable relationship with them. Why aren't they evil? Because of how they treat us, even though we were hospitable to them. Blessed is the man that has not served a man that is more unworthy than him. They're unworthy.
Good.
They're the ones who you shouldn't be giving loans. They're the ones that shouldn't have a credit union. They're the ones that shouldn't have a nail salon. They're the ones that shouldn't have a Chinese carryout. They're the ones that shouldn't have a bank. But we should. We've proven ourselves to be better people than they are. Anything else, you die? Next story.
Damn right.
No charges filed after police shot an 11-year-old who called for help, officials say.
Here we go, my 11-year-old. Tell me the story, you die, please. Let me know when we should get to the big boys, too. Whenever you want. Go ahead.
A grand jury in
Now
Mississippi.
look at this. This is not the boy. This is the child right here that got, did he get unalived? That's a crying shame.
God, it's ridiculous.
Jesus. Jeez. Go ahead.
Khan, a grand jury in Mississippi determined that there was no criminal conduct on behalf of the officer who shot and wounded an 11-year-old boy in his home who had called for authorities for help.
All right. Well, thank the Most High for that. He didn't get unalived, it sounds like. So wait a minute, you tired. So this little brother, he's 11. He called the cops for help. He gets on the phone. He calls 911. Where my brain goes with that is just really too much. Because, okay, he's 11, which means some good parent taught their child how to dial 911. You've been through that before, Mayak, right? You ever take a child and you got to go, pick up the phone, 911. This is what you call if you get in trouble, if I pass out or if somebody needs a doctor, or if you show them the phone. Now, in my mind, I'm doing it through a rotary, through a damn house phone.
God.
In my head, it's like I'm doing it through a house phone, right? You pick up the phone and you take the little kid's finger. For you brothers at Nabal, you done this before, Nabal? Teach your child how. You got any children? Well, you got to teach them how to dial 911. You got to get their finger and go 9. You push this. 911. What do you call if you need help? 911. You go through the trouble of teaching your little boy to dial 911. And because he dials 911, that's how you're going to lose your baby. That's a sad and terrible thing. Terrible. Keep going, you die.
Khan. Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch says her office will take no further action against Sergeant Craig Cappers, the officer who shot Adrian Murray. In a statement released Thursday, Fitch said her office completed its review into the May 20th incident involving Capers in Inola, Mississippi, and presented it to the grand jury in Sunflower County, Mississippi on Wednesday, which they handed up the decision.
So what the hell happened? You died. He walk in the house and just Yosemite Sam's unalives everything in the house. And they say, well, hey, that's how it happens sometime. The district attorney just chalked it up to, he was just trying to do his job. His job, I'm assuming, means to put bullets in everything moving in the house. Right. How in the hell was that not a crime at all? I don't know why I'm shocked, Mayak. Did you hear what happened in Palestine this week, Mayak? Mayak. Salakia. 3 of the Israeli hostages, they had no shirts on, waving a white flag. They come out from behind a bunker, waving a white flag. 3 of them. The Israeli soldiers unalived them right there on the spot, waving a white flag. The 3rd one saw the other 2 get unalived. He runs back and behind his, safety. He makes a new white flag. He comes out waving an even bigger white flag.
And speaking Hebrew.
Speaking Hebrew. Shalom, shalom, yeshiva, yeshama. Shalom, yeshiva, yeshama. And they blow him away. Hostages, you could have walked out there wearing a yarmulke and eating a matzah cracker. You are getting unalived. You're getting unalived. They can't stop it. You don't even understand you, do you? I know, and a lot of you oppressors, you don't know yourself. You need us to teach you about you. You need us to explain you to you, because you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm a hostage. I got a white flag. Surely everyone stops at a white flag. Can you imagine when they was making the white flag, getting some old bed sheet together, tying it to a staff, tying it to a stick?
Surely this is what works on the cartoons. On the TV.
This works on the cartoon. Surely they won't. They don't have any shirts on to show why they have no weapons. They take their shirts off. They fashion a white flag. They scream shalom, 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 shalom. They scream shalom. They get bullets in the brain, Mayak. And guess what? Hey, that's why it happens sometimes. It just happens. You don't know you. Let me tell you, Israeli. Are the Israeli hostages listening out there? If you're in a cave right now in Palestine, listening to this Commanding General Yahanna show, this is what you should do now. You should convert to Islam and just live there forever. That's what you got to do now. You're an Israeli hostage. There's no reason to run or escape, because whoever runs out of that tunnel is getting a bullet in the melon. Is getting what's Hebrew for head? Someone look that up. You know what is it again? You getting a bullet in the ra'ash. What is it in Yiddish? A reshuva, reshimim? Look up what is head in Yiddish. You getting a bullet in the reshimim. If I was you, I would convert to Islam. Right? You in the cave already with it. Women down there, just put the kimar on and just start being Muslim.
Be Hamas.
You got to be Hamas now, because you really can't get out of there. If you try to escape, your soldiers are going to unalive you. The people who are from your town are going to shoot whoever comes out the tunnels. What you should do is convert to Islam. Make your shahada, face Mecca, and become a Muslim. You die. Go ahead.
Salaki, so they quote unquote got unalive by accident.
Of course it was.
New York Times said this, sir, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Israel says 3 hostages bore a white flag before being killed by troops. Right? If I could.
Go ahead.
Salaki, damn, I just lost it. On Google, when you look it up, when you look up the news story, and on Fox News, it says they were killed in error. In error, and that's the one I was trying to get for you, but Salaki.
It was a boo-boo, Maya. It was just a boo-boo. It happens sometimes. There's video of them waving the white flag, screaming in Hebrew, and they just shoot them. That's it. And then the one went back and made a new flag, white flag. They shoot him too. If you're an Israeli hostage, you better convert to Islam in that tunnel right now. You're safer there. You're safer in the tunnel on the rug with making your jihada and jihad and kimar. Anything else, you die. Next. I think we missed the little boy. The little boy, I still don't get. They just walk into the house. Right, he calls the police. Go ahead.
Slack, sir. The mother is trying to get the body cam footage released. They don't want to release it.
They don't even.
They just walked in and shot the brother.
It's the same thing. It's like the same thing with the Israelis. There is a bloodlust in our oppressor that you really don't even get. This is why the Koreans couldn't open up businesses in their neighborhoods. You see that? Like, if we were like them, then of course we wouldn't let them open up businesses in our neighborhood either. If we were like them. But we're not like them. And that's nothing to be ashamed of, Ark. You don't have to be ashamed because you are not a mass unaliver the way that our oppressor is. Because you wouldn't just unalive everybody who didn't look like you. That's nothing to be ashamed of. We're not like them. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We can fix what's wrong with us. But the thing that's wrong with them, Mayak, ain't no fixing that, brother. You see, because they come out skewed from the womb, Mayak. Good. They're like the cockatrice egg. Like a cockatrice is a snake. That the minute it uses its hard front tooth to break that egg, it comes out biting. Do you understand? The minute the baby snake comes out, it's biting. It's twisted. It's evil from the womb. There's no fixing them. right? But we have a problem with lust. We have a problem with wanting the way another people lives, as opposed to the way God chose us to live. We have a problem with that, but that problem we can fix. We can fix that.
Can I read the scripture, Jenna?
Please.
This is Genesis 4:24 from Cain's son Lamech. He said, if Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. You understand? Like his Bible is in the Bible that, you know, if you harm one of these oppressors, you understand, their bloodlust is turned on. You understand? And they shall be avenged 70 and sevenfold. You understand?
John Mayaka is saying it's so true. Mayaka, can you imagine how long those Israeli soldiers have been waiting for this war? Training, thinking about it. You ever go on TV and YouTube and see them old prepping oppressors with the flannel shirts and the baseball hats with sunglasses? Brother, they cannot wait for the end of civilized society. That is all they want. It's one thing to prep for Armageddon and to prep for the zombie apocalypse. They desperately want it. They want the fall of their country so that they can be free to unalive all life. You understand? Their bloodlust is something that I don't believe even they know.
Right.
Show me deer fever. Give me deer fever to tell you why that little 11-year-old boy was, can I say the S word? What happened to him? That little 11-year-old boy was what? What happened to him then? Give him a hand. Listen to you. All that vocabulary. He threw that one at my face, Maya.
What happened?
I didn't know how to say SH. You know, OOT. I didn't know how to say it. He said, wounded. Threw it right up in my damn face. Give him my hand. He cut me with that one. Wounded. And the members. Wounded in his members. You're right. He was wounded, Yediah. This is why that boy got wounded. This is why those Israelis were unalived. You don't understand it. This is why. What did I ask? Show me deer fever. Look at this. Deer fever is a hell of a thing. You know, Mayak, I try to study things I don't understand. Thank the Lord I have Commanding General Yahanna to explain things to me that I just don't get. Listen, and this is the one, am I trying to study our oppressor and why he's the way he is and what he feels and what's in him that makes him just unalive somebody waving a white flag when he knows that there are hostages in that tunnel. He knows they've taken these hostages. He sees they don't have any shirt on. He knows the cop who goes into the house knows someone in the house called 911. He knows that someone in here from this address has called 911. But there is something in them that must take life. It cannot stop. Is this a good one? Yeah, give me that. Give me this one. Give me this. Look at this one. Give me some more.
And listen, and them Israelis show you, because they question us. They said, but what about all of the civilians? You know, it's a lot more civilians that lives are being taken than you know, the original October 7th. They said, we must destroy Hamas. We just must that whoever in the way.
You got to break some eggs and make an omelet.
There you go.
I mean, you got to do it. They want this. They don't care who it happens to. They don't care if they got to do it to other Israelis. They need to do it. Play this. This is called Deer Fever, everyone. Go ahead and play it when you're ready. Everyone can see it online. Marah? Yeah, let me hear it too. Oh my God.
Good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh Lord, Maya. Man. I can't hear it, Mara. Is that just us? They just want to show you. Okay. Oh, he's calling his wife. Baby, I did it. Baby, I did it. Got him. I did it, baby. I did it. Oh, baby, I did it. Calm down. Come. I did it, baby. Oh, shit. Oh, lost the signal. God, Lord. Thank you. Oh, God, I gotta understand that. I'm about to go back to school because I need to know what that is and what's in them. I wish GEN.YAHANNA was here because I need to. What is that then? Like whatever that is why they didn't open up restaurants in Irish and Italian neighborhoods up, because it is something in them that I don't even understand.
It looked like total ecstasy, fulfillment of like the orgasm. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can say that on TikTok.
Go ahead. What's the other word then? For the word he said.
Sexual orgasm.
Give him my ass. You can't stump him, my ass. You just cannot stump his vocabulary. Proclivities.
Erotic
Pleasure.
Release,
I think it's good. Release.
good.
Erotic release sounds good to me as well. I don't understand it. You got any more deer fever ones? Show me one more. Damn, he shot the deer. Oh my God. I mean, he's shaking it. Let me see if you can get him. There's so many of these videos out. Oh man. He's trying. Oh, God. No sound on these. It's a sound on these. Go ahead. My God, I eat meat like everybody else. I kill a lamb or a deer. I don't enjoy it like that. I don't have no release. You understand? I don't have a release when I do it. Tell me what's going on here. That's enough. Go ahead.
You know, the Bible says Esau's a cunning hunter, right?
Jesus.
And I think it's in Genesis 27:38. You got it for me out? 25. All right, hold on to that. Give me that one. Give me 25:27. Remember they said he had cunning hunters, right? He liked to hunt. Like that's the ecstasy, the hunting part.
That's the ecstasy.
Like that's the same thing when they hunt you down in the house of top.
Yeah.
Like they got to get rid of that feeling of it's a feeling they get. Remember, Lord said they shall live by the sword.
That's what he said.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is what's in them. You got it for the scripture, brother? Read.
Khan, Genesis chapter 25, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
You just saw right there. So that's why it's so ignorant and unlearned to be teaching that Esau is not who we just saw right there. Because that's him. He's a cunning hunter, man. You know what I mean? But they ain't saying in this video, when he hunt deer, he putting on deer piss. Like deer urine. So the deer don't smell them, but it smells the deer urine.
Yeah.
So it don't run from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I heard they spray in their mouth.
I heard that
so they
too.
don't pick up the scent of their breath.
I heard that too. I heard that too.
You know what I mean? Like that's dumb. That's who they are, man. You know what I mean? Now give me the scripture in Genesis. I want to say 27:38, where it says, "The fatness of the earth and the dew of the heaven." Yeah, this cat gonna live in the wilderness. That's him. That's who he is. This is why you see him. He waited all that time, for that hunt. But he got it. He was like, "Oh God!" Like the listen, he's hunting with a bow and arrow.
Yes,
He hunting with a crossbow.
Yes, he is.
Like that's not even a rifle. That's a crossbow. Yeah, I mean, you can't imagine what's the word I'm gonna say? Euphoria.
Euphoria. Yeah, that's
something
it.
with a crossbow or a bow and arrow to kill that deer. He waiting for all that time. You know what I mean? That's who they are. Like that's them, man. Sir. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
He can't take it.
What is happening? Ecstasy, the euphoria.
That's better than a woman. That's better than a woman to them. You know what I mean?
He is not going home, Mark. He's done. He's out there.
His wife gonna call like, baby, you been out there for 2 months. When you coming home? I ain't never coming home.
Go ahead, Hans. Go ahead.
Remember that time when he came from the field?
Uh-huh.
And Jacob got him to give her that birthright.
Uh-huh.
And he came from the field from hunting like this.
Yeah.
And when he told Jacob, his brother, he said, well, what good is my birthright? I'm at the point of die, so man, forget that birthright. Give me something to eat. That's them. Why they was never worthy.
Yeah,
That's why the Lord said, you got this 27 and 40, the last ones.
Khan, the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 40. And by the sword, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
Stop. That's all I want right there. By the sword thou shalt thou live. That's them. There you go right there, son. That's who they are. Like that's them. You know what I mean? That's them. Look at the white tail ran. Come on. He pissed off. Look at he upset. You know what I mean? That's them. Look at
that. It's so many of these. I remember I'd spend some days just watching these, trying to see what's in it. This much I know. This is why that little boy has to get unalived in that house. That's why when you call the police, they're going to unalive you. And I think that politicians know that they really just can't stop. You get me? Like politicians teach, like the laws are kind of set up like, you know, it happens sometime. Like they can't stop it. They know you need police. You got to have this service, just like you need trash men or the water department. You have to have police. But some of the people that sign up for it are doing it for the euphoria, and there's just no way to stop it. So they're allowed to do it.
Yeah.
They're just allowed to do it because you can't stop them.
Good. They just get the defense ready, you know.
Yeah.
He's been got this medal, that medal.
Yeah.
He's been on the force this and that long. You know, they're out here risking their lives every day for the community.
They're our first responders.
Good.
And they just know, because really, what could you do? You just couldn't have police because he's signing up for that job because that's where he can get his release. That's a crazy thing, man. Well, that's why that boy got unalived, Haas. That's why those Israelis got unalived by Israeli soldiers waving a white flag, because they can't stop.
And listen, General, here's the crazy part about it. I heard about them, you know, unaliving their own people and the hostages, right?
Yeah.
And listen, this is the crazy part about it. They trained. Now, I'm not sure what unit it was that did it, right? But the Israelis got a special unit, like how this land got a special unit.
Gotcha.
That trained in specific for that certain situation to where you don't shoot a hostage, you hit the hostage taker.
Gotcha.
That's trained. I mean, they go there. I mean, repetitive.
Forget about it.
Like a lot of cats say they want to train, but these cats train. That's all they do. Wake up in the morning, they work out, they train. That's all the time. You run them scenarios. So for them to do that and still hit them hostages meant that they was out of control. Like their emotions and that euphoria was taken over, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It didn't matter. Everybody knows basic technique that when you got somebody hostage and the hostage taken when they try to get away, you might dress the person with the white flag, and you might be one of them, or they might be one of these. They might switch scenarios to try to get away.
Forget about it.
So you don't unalive them. You just try to get everybody, call everybody in.
Yeah.
Man, they didn't care, man. They didn't care, man. It's called. Some people call it the fog of war, but I don't know about that because they done went and tried to perfect those type of operations with the special units. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they supposed to know. You know what I mean? That okay, you ain't supposed to shoot this here. But that euphoria, that lust, pulling that trigger or whooping somebody's tail, when it's on, like it's on.
Yeah.
Like, wow, almost had it. Like, it was like when it's on, it was you be like, and then when it's done, you gotta come down.
God.
You know what I mean? But when it's on, like it's on.
They try to make everybody understand. Well, these guys are young, and a lot of them, it's their first time
under a lot of stress.
Combat, stress. So they can't control it.
I might have a good idea. You might want to let the UPK be your police officers.
Yeah.
You might want to let the Israelite School of UPK be your soldiers. You might want to let us be your social workers.
Yeah.
You might want to let us handle the things that must be done with mercy.
Yeah.
the things that must be done with kindness. I don't think we can get any of that from them. They have a fever. They have a fever. Everybody understands.
Yeah, that fever real, listen, but I say this, you better really listen to what Muhammad is saying, everybody out there about the UPK, because I'm telling you, I say it all the time, but from experience, working the streets of West Philly, down around the University City area, and down the bottom of West Philly, being around the area, that feeling is real. The one thing that always kept me from taking that final step, when you realize that, once you pull the trigger, when you pull the trigger, that bullet cannot come back. Once it's pulled, it's done. You can't call it back. And when I was studying with Commander GEN.YAHANNA, yourself and General Hyman, and we was having brotherhood classes, like that stayed in my head. I mean, it was like ringing in my bell, like a knock, like this, in my head all the time. So now when I'm encountering brothers and I'm dealing with brothers and sisters in the street, and a lot of times it was volatile. It was, red alert or whatever you want to call it, and different. I called you one thing that happened where I could have unalive somebody, I didn't. It happened a couple of times. And I always thought before I did it, it was like this. I said I gotta pause for a second. You know what I mean? Because we ain't just always pull the trigger, but the euphoria is to pull the trigger. That release of finally doing it, and then being called, you the man. Like, you the man. One time I was chasing a cat, and he was running, and I seen a gun in his hand. He turned. I was going to turn and engage me, but he didn't. He threw it, and the guy came to me and told me. He said, "Yo, you could have shot him. Could have been a lawful shoot." And I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Yeah, you could have got him." Now listen, don't worry about it. I know people want to shoot you. That would have been lawful. I'm telling you right now, it's lawful. But I knew in me I couldn't, and I didn't have to. And it was just that there. But that euphoria, like y'all, that thing is rough. But what stopped me, and the point of me saying this, what stopped me, is knowing that even though they out here doing X, Y, Z, I kept myself safe. They still brothers and sisters.
That's it.
So they deserve an extra pause before I took that step. If I took that fatal step, they deserve a pause. And I only got that in the I.S.U.P.K. That's where I got it from.
That's it. Well said, well said. Yediah, you got it. Mayak, you want to do some shout outs? Do you need to?
We got some new people in there. We got Baba TV, every time fire, a war buff God, Ra'aiha, I war buff God. Slakia. We got John.
Anybody saying anything you want to bring out? I see them on the screen. Some of them up on the screen. You want to read those? One of y'all?
Somebody said shout out to 45th and Walnut. I don't know if they are talking about with high. University City.
That's what we ain't saying.
Hardcore. Oh, right. 45th and Walnut, right. Go ahead. That's a long time ago. Go ahead.
Nothing on that. They standing up over killing stuff. Damn, King Von don't have nothing on them.
Please, King Von. Please, go ahead. You're right, brother. Who said that, Maya?
That's Sha'al. No, Slakia. That's Tay Douglas.
Tay Douglas is right about that. Please, go ahead.
Abdul Armstrong. That's a strange. The overexcitement is strange. I think he's saying
that's deer fever. If you want to go research that on your own, it's called deer fever. Go ahead.
John, she said they probably break dance when it's a person instead of an animal.
Oh my God! Please, you're right, John C. You're right. Go ahead.
Princess Nikaf said, "I thought he was having a seizure."
That's right, Nikaf.
Sawap say the Israelis felt the same after they unalived their own hostages.
Yes, they did. Sawap.
Abdul Armstrong said it's like the Christians with the Holy Spirit.
Give him a hand. That is a fact.
Yeah,
Abdul Armstrong, that is the truth.
That's it. They call them they demons, and you know what I'm saying.
They ain't telling the truth.
Kayatawan, Precinct Officer Hawar, Shalom. They said about Pastor Ray. Somebody asking, do we know about this Rob Barnhill? Do the I.S.U.P.K know anything about Pastor Ray Hagens?
That name is familiar. Pat Hagens, right? Let's pull him up on the screen.
I've seen him on YouTube.
Pastor, he did something other than what they always do.
I don't know. I just seen him.
I've heard of him. What's the brother's name who said it? Ray Hagins. That name is familiar to me. I don't know if he did something special or something especially evil this week
Rob
than he does every week. Rob what?
Barnhill.
Rob Barnhill. The name is familiar, Rob Barnhill, but that's all. Unless he did. Now that guy don't look familiar to me. I don't know who that is.
I've heard his name before.
Okay, the name that face is not familiar to me.
Okay. Why is he significant, Rob?
All right, we'll go on with the stories, Rob. Unless you want to say something else, just type it in. You got it, you die. Let's get to the big boys, right? Is it time, Marah? You need more time. All right, go ahead.
Khan. Jonathan Majors found guilty of assault and harassment.
Let's play the video. Did you hear about this one?
Okay, I didn't hear about it. I just ain't even following this cat here. I got pissed at him when he was dealing with,
Yeah, I know just what you mean.
I kind of liked him at first until I found out all this stuff. That's not unfollowing.
Yeah, that's the UPK way. There's some celebrity that everybody likes, right? And then we go on the internet and see if they're married to an oppressor. And the minute they are, we just forget them. Right?
Yeah,
I do that.
yeah.
Oh, okay, she seems good. Wife of so-and-so, husband of so-and-so. The minute their husband or wife is not an Israelite, goodbye, forget you. I'll never look at it or think about it again. That's the UPK way of dealing with celebrities. All right, so Jonathan Major, of course, he was famous for the multiverse, right? Whatever that is. Multiverse of Madness, is that it? Creed, I forgot about that.
He played in some
Ant-Man.
He played that military.
Right? You die, gonna break it down.
Movies or something.
Right.
He was the star of Harder They Fall.
I never heard of that one.
The Harder They Fall with the Western on Netflix.
Yeah, that was my movie.
I never saw that.
Mine too, sir. My joint.
I have not.
Yo, that is the joint.
I didn't see that. Now look at this now. Go ahead, you die. You want to talk about him?
Kind of what concert. So, he was found, guilty, of assault and harassment. And the video shows him running all throughout New York City, running from the oppressors.
One of my ribs showed me this video out. This video is comical. It's like a Bugs Bunny movie. This white woman, I can't oppress her. This oppressor is chasing him through the city like Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner. I mean, brother, it's so many different cameras. Remember, they're on the city, and the closed circuit cameras are following them. They're going block and block. Different cameras are picking them up. Look at it. See, jump. They're going through the city. Look at this. He's gone, Maya. Look at this. Look at this oppressor, Maya. Let me tell you, brothers, also to deal with these oppressors. They out there jogging, Maya.
Yeah.
They work out and they jogging. Mm-hmm. They getting up early in the morning. They jogging with a cup of Starbucks in their hand, so that then when they chase you down the street, you're not getting away. Maya, look at how far she's chasing him. These are New York City blocks. Yeah. Those blocks, I think, double the size of every other block. Mm-hmm. Look how many cameras she's passing.
I got it.
Where's she at? Play it one more time, Mark. It's comical.
26 and 26.
She on him. This cat in shape, playing in the Creed 3. She is on his tail, Mayak. Jogging with the Lululemon drawers on and the Starbucks coffee. Gone. Boom. Look at it. Give me. Get out of here. I'm on him. She's on him out. Look at this. He cannot get away. Jogging. That's why they jog.
I wonder who the hell was his lawyer.
Look at this.
The lawyer he needed to beat that. Probably he can't afford.
I mean, I don't. Look at this. My her cardio is up, man.
Yeah,
she's fully cardiolized, ready to chase black men up and down the streets in New York.
Yeah.
Gone. Well, guess what happened after this, Haas? He got convicted. After this, somehow, after this video, he was convicted of assaulting her. This is what they said on the news. They said after all of that, after this, somehow she took his phone. She caught him. She took his phone and he grabbed her and choked her, saying, "Give me my phone back." She then went to a party with other people after it was over. He got his phone back. She went to a party in New York, partied and danced the night away, took pictures of the marks on her neck, and then called the police the next day. And those marks on her neck, the direct judgment was he unintentionally assaulted her, whatever the hell that means, because she had marks on her neck. Why? Because she videotaped and took pictures of her neck. Some brothers is so stupid, you don't know that that woman is going to take that phone out and take pictures of everything that has happened in that home. You say she hit you first. She has pictures of the marks on her neck, which means you're going to jail. And that's that. And so now he got convicted of that crime. An hour later, he lost his roles in the Ant-Mans. Ant-Mania is a multiverses.
Yeah.
He was on those playing some cat on there, Kang the Conqueror. He got fired an hour later, and that's that for him. And I don't know where that idiot is going to work at now. Now, once again, he's a celebrity, so I don't really give a damn about him at all, because why would I? But more importantly, this same thing is what all of us should learn from. What he did was a sin. A brother asked me a question in class today. He said, the Bible says that the Lord creates evil, and he didn't understand what it means. The Most High is not the one that told Jonathan Majors to have sex with an oppressor's daughter, but the Most High is the one that punished him for it. You understand? Jonathan Majors is receiving justice, not for some fight, but for ever having sex with that dog in the first place. That's why he's being punished. I also heard the argument he had with her before she went into his phone was because he said she needs to act more like Coretta Scott King. Is that what she said? He said, why can't you? He went to some blonde-haired dog and said, why can't you act more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama? He told that to her. She, of course, went up, scratched his face good, went upside his head, took his phone, ran down the street like a goddamn track star. He's running, trying to get his phone back. He can get up to a year in jail. He already lost his job, and I don't know what he's gonna do for work. Yeah. He's gonna be down there at the Whataburger for work now. Yeah. Now, once again, I don't feel sorry for him. He brought this on himself. He had the option to give all of that Ant-Man money to a sister who takes out the trash every Thursday by herself, who picks up big, heavy trash bags and has to drag them outside by herself. A sister who gets a flat tire and can do nothing about it. Right. A sister who has to put air in her own tires. A sister who hears a noise downstairs at night and hopes that her 9-year-old son will go down there with a baseball bat they keep by the door and see what's downstairs. A sister who has no protection. He could have helped her, but instead he helped some blonde-haired greyhound, some blonde-haired dog who runs like a greyhound. And she caught him, and now he's going to jail over it. I don't feel sorry for him. You see, what's his name? Jonathan Majors. A dog cannot act like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King because they've never been in the ghetto or suffered through oppression. Don't you understand that the goodness that you see in black people comes from a life of struggle? We've had struggles that your wife has never had. Your girlfriend has never had these struggles. She's never been through the south side of Chicago, the west side of Chicago. She's never been through Jim Crow laws in the South. So she can't act like them. She can't behave like these women whose mind you're attracted to. But you're attracted to her body, that blonde hair. That's why Tazariah did that post on black women with blonde hair and blue eyes. You see, you want the mind of a black woman who has integrity and who has soul, but you want the blonde hair and the blue eyes of a track-running dog. You die.
Salagia, sir. General Muhammad, what you bringing out is so heavy, sir. I just thought about something, and which is crazy for him to ask this devil to be like Coretta Scott King, because we know the history with Coretta Scott King. she stood by Martin while Martin was out there with the same oppressor's daughter
That's what she did.
that he with right now.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He wants soul from this dog. You can't get it. You can't have everything, Jonathan Majors. You can't have Ant-Man, all the money, and have a dog who acts like a civil rights woman. You can't get everything. He's pitiful and disgusting, and don't be like him, brothers. Never touch a oppressor's daughter.
Damn right.
Never touch. What about the other races? Never touch anyone who is not black or Hispanic.
There you go.
Simple enough. Don't touch any of them. Do not take your penis and put it in that filthy dog. Do not do that. You will not regret this. You understand? This is a good decision. Didn't I try to teach you earlier life is about decisions? This is a good decision. Let's start with that. Give me the Edomite is a dog. Let's go there. Let's go to Mark 7.
Let's learn from other people's mistakes, man.
Man.
We ain't got to make that mistake.
That'd be nice. if
Time
that
and
was
time
possible.
again.
If it was possible to do that, that'd be a great gift.
And why they get in the scripture, and this is what y'all gotta understand. The reason why he going through what he going through, why the Lord punishing, because these cats out here and this money and how they choosing money and the fame and this land versus choosing their history and their heritage, man.
Yeah, man.
Because you reject being an Israelite and reject doing the things the Lord say do, the Lord is rejecting you. But it's why General Muhammad said the Lord punished him, because he did punish him. Yeah. Because when you find out who you are according to the Bible as an Israelite, and you learn who you are, learn what the Lord say do, you learn how to live your life according to the way the Most High says. No matter what you think or nobody feel, you get hardened to it, right? And the Lord said in the book of Tobit, don't deal with no other nations. He said it. He said it very clearly. Don't go deal with the other nations. It's a reason why. Samson was a strong brother. He found out the hard way for dealing with a woman of another nation. He found it the hard way, man. She broke his strength. She broke it. You know what I mean? Because of his lust for other nations. You don't understand, man. Like, learning who you are is a very heavy, heavy key ingredient in your life, man. It's everything. It's everything. And y'all got to learn, man, who you are and what to do according to the Lord. The Bible says in Deuteronomy that Moses said, this day I will give you laws and statutes, man. I think it's in, I ain't gonna read it, but it's in the book of Deuteronomy, I want to say 31st chapter, 32nd chapter. Mm-hmm. He said, this day I give you laws and statutes and commandments. If you follow them, the Lord gonna be with you. Mm-hmm. If you don't follow them, you're gonna die this day. And by him,
the camera's not on you, Haz. I just
okay.
noticed.
Cut him.
You're not up there, so like you don't have your phone on.
Cut. And by you not doing what the Lord say do, he gonna break you. Which is why this brother got broken. The Bible says in Leviticus 26 and 26, they're going to take the staff of your bread. That's your money. She about to get everything he ever had now. You understand? Because you decided now to go against who you are according to the Lord and deal with these other nations, how the Lord said for it not to be, man. I mean, you think you got a prize and a trophy. Like, haven't y'all learned from all the other men who made mistakes? You ain't think, oh, so you think you better than OJ? You think you better than OJ? You think you better than what's the golfer guy? The golfer
Tiger
kid.
Woods.
You think you better than Tiger Woods? Tiger Woo. You think you better than him, huh? They all paid a dear mistake in doing what they did, man, by taking the wife of another nation. It's very clear what the scriptures say. You're gonna see more of this happening. And when it says take the staff of his bread, they're gonna break it. Yeah. Yo, that cat lost, like you said, John, he lost the head, man. How much money he lost? Forget about it. Any other future roles? They might even take his royalties from the other movies he had. Who knows what's gonna happen now? You know what I mean?
He was really just starting as the hero.
Yeah.
Yes. They probably had, future whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He'd have been like the cat with all the rings and the
Thanos,
right?
Thanos.
There you go, General. Now all that's gone. Because you decide to now disregard what the Lord trying to give you. You disregard your heritage. Disregard that great royalty of being a Hebrew Israelite, being a prince of the power. And now you want to accept the road that they gave you. So now the Lord uncovered your skirt with your same lovers and broke the staff of your bread. Slock it.
Morale.
Slock it, sir, if I may. This is another example that proves that when brothers go and get these other women of other races, to say, to say that the black woman is so hard to deal with, and she don't, and this, that, and the third, and she want to fight all the time and argue. Well, Tiger Woods, OJ, and this brother right here, Kanye West, is obvious that that's not true. So why would you even go and deal with the other nations?
That's another lie propagated by the Christian church and the fake Israelites. The purple pigs say the same thing. Your greatest enemy is going to be the black woman. That is a damn lie. That's not true. None of that garbage is true about some inherited evil that black people have. Either it's women are just inherently evil because they're black, or men are just inherently weak because they're black. Yep. That is what you want to say, so you can run away from this nation and think you're better than the nation that you are a part of, but not a part of us in our mistakes. These black men, y'all ignorant and stupid. You know how can I say N-word? You know how N-words do. N-words can never stick together. You know how what happened? There go N-words again. That's you wanting to think you're better than the rest of us and to separate yourself from the rest of us ignorant, stupid people because you're not like us. You're more like oppressors, aren't you? You're more like the other people, aren't you? You're a liar. You're a liar. There is inherent goodness in black women.
That's right.
Black women naturally will submit. Yep. Naturally will be your sister as well as your wife. Yep. There is inherent intelligence and courage in black and Latino men. They will naturally defend you with their lives. They will do it by blood. Some of us have fallen to a great temptation. But that temptation can be fought. Kanye West, like you said, Kanye West better come into the truth. Like I saw him this week. He better get into this school as fast. What city is he in? Chicago or Los Angeles? Kanye West better go find Captain Mawquad in Chicago and get into the truth before it is too late. Yeah. Jonathan Majors better find Captain Tazar in New York and get into the truth. Farrakhan, he needs to find Captain Mawquad too. For the Most High, take Farrakhan out of here. Farrakhan better come into the truth before the Lord takes him. He better do it. Everyone better decide that I am going to now do something I've never done my entire life. I am not going to continue the sin of my parents, but I am going to start over. It is still time to do it. There's still time to do it, but time is running out.
Yeah.
Morale.
Yeah. One last thing, sir, if I may. He asked that heathen, that devil, to be like Coretta Scott King, and he wasn't like Coretta Scott King. Coretta Scott King wanted a black man.
Exactly.
He wasn't. He wasn't even like her.
He inherited because his soul wants to be with a black woman. His soul. He wants to be with his sister. He wants someone that can share the struggle and what we've been through. But that penis of his, Marah, that penis wants blonde hair and blue eyes and Lululemon track suits with one of these right here they carry around like it's tied to their wrist. One of these things. And get their jogging and running down the damn street with one of these. That's what he wants. His penis wants it. You get my point? You cannot marry a woman because of lust. Your desire for women with blonde hair and blue eyes, it's a sickness. It's a fetish. It's a deviance. And you can't pick a woman based on your deviance. You cannot put your penis in them. Penis no good? Your rod. Everybody knows what rod is on this thing? That's a UPK slang. Genitals, it's a little, I'll take it. Genitals are your rod. Rod is what we say in the UPK for your section, the member, the male member. All right. Put that thing away. Put that male member away. Save your life. All right. Go ahead. You die.
And that's been going on since slavery, though. You know what I'm saying? And come from pornos. You know what I mean? You cats on them pornos looking at them oppressors on there. So you try to go grab you one. Then you find out she don't know nothing about roots and and black talk and black power.
She
and
don't use no hot sauce.
You know what I'm saying?
She don't do nothing like she's supposed to do it. Yeah, it's from
She make you homesick.
Yeah, she make you homesick. That's what I think he went through, Mayak. He was with that dog, and he was getting homesick. He probably wanted to talk about issues and issues of his people. He's sitting there with that blonde-haired dog. He's like, baby, could you act more like Coretta Scott King and Sojourner Truth? Could you do something that reminds me of the women from my neighborhood? No, N-word, no, I can't. I'm from Beverly Hills. And if you try to run, I'm going to be on you down the street. Marah.
Lock sir. Baby, can you just put a little bit of seasoning salt in the food?
Baby, thank you for making dinner tonight.
This is called Lowry's. This is Lowry's.
Just knock that thing. Just go ahead and just bang, bang. Just hit that thing with a little of that Lowry's. We'll be fine. She's looking at you like she started crying. They just cut me, Yediah. I didn't say anything wrong. Wait, we do after the show. So like, unless you want to do it now, it's up to you.
Yeah.
They cut off my live, they cut me off just because I'm supposed to be off.
That's all right, though. Don't sweat it. We gonna keep on. We gonna keep on moving because what y'all saying is the truth, man. You better understand this here, man. It ain't no joke, man. Like for some reason you think that everything is all good in 2023 when it's not really. You know what I mean? It's not. They using that as a meme. I wish I had that book. I wish I had the book, Black Image in the White Mind. I wish I had it with me. I knew I could start bringing my books again. Because in that book, they talk about how the oppressed women are going to deal with us. And that's going to be where they are going to control us. You understand me? All this is a control mechanism for y'all. You understand? They partitioned their females to us to control us. It's in a book called The Black Image and the White Mind. It's in that book, man. You better start learning how to read and really get up on your history and the research, man. Besides it being biblical, they did studies on what's going on and the evolution of us over a period of time. It said they knew that they was going to have to give they females to us. You know what I mean? To control us, which is what it happens.
That's it.
Them cats who have, ribs of the other nations, them ribs control them. Control the decisions, what they say, how they interact, the whole nine. You better get down with this here, man. You know what I mean? You better get down and learn who you are. It's very important. You're going to need your nation in upcoming years and months and times because we're in the last days and times. You're going to need your people, man. You understand? You're going to need them to be down with you, man. You understand? And that's it.
You keep on trying to go over the fence, go on the other side like the grass is greener because they got everything. Because they ain't got as mouth as your woman. They ain't got as much mouth. They ain't got as much attitude. Your woman got attitude and mouth because she done been in this hell with you over 400 years, man. Honor that. Have some respect to that. You ready to jump shit because she it was the trauma after war and oppression. What's that? PTSD. God, she suffered PTSD like you, and you ready to jump shit and go get a little Susie. You know what I'm saying?
And like Mayak is saying, if you're going to go through problems with a woman, go through problems with your sister, man.
Right.
If you got to argue and fight and fight over the phone anyway, go through those problems with someone from your neighborhood.
Damn right.
Go through those problems with flesh of your flesh, bone of your bone. Let me get the dog scripture real fast so we can roll up out of here. You got a scripture you want to do instead, Oz?
Oh no, you had this is the second time you called for the dog scripture. Let's get that scripture.
Okay, I'll be fast about it. I'll try to be quick. Go ahead, just so I can make sure everyone knows that Christ called an oppressor's daughter a dog in the Bible. Right? This will save your life. Go ahead.
Mark chapter 7, verse 26. The woman was a Greek.
This is at a time when Jesus Christ was on the street teaching, the same way you see the UPK, General Yohanna's men, on the streets teaching all over the world. Jesus Christ was out on the street teaching. Keep going. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't break you down properly. They're on the street teaching. As they're on the street teaching, a woman comes over to Jesus Christ asking for him to heal her daughter. Her daughter had a demon, had a sickness in her mind. And she said, Lord, could you heal my daughter? The woman was a what?
A Syrophoenician.
A Syrophoenicia. Syrophoenicia means that she was a Syrian who was living in Phoenicia. So she was a Syrian who now was living in Phoenicia. I'm sorry, was a Phoenician who was living in Syria. She was a Greek woman. Phoenicia is Greece. Now she's living in Syria, which is one of the lands bordering Israel. So now she's seeing Christ. This woman was a Greek. She was a Greek woman who was now living in the Middle East. And she said, please, my Lord, heal my daughter. Keep going.
By nation. And she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter.
She begged him, please cast this demon out of my daughter. So imagine a white woman who has a white woman who has a daughter, you know, with terrible autism or some type of schizophrenia, or something where the daughter is just drooling and going crazy and violent, you know, and nonverbal.
What's that movie?
And she just wants this black man to heal her daughter, and she begs him. Keep going.
The Exorcist, General.
The Exorcist, correct. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 27. But Yahushua said unto her, let the children first be filled.
Man, this is UPK 101. Let the children first be filled. Christ is now going to compare the healing power that God gave him. He's going to compare it with food that is prepared for God's children to eat. So just imagine that. He has something that's precious, that's going to nourish all of us. It's food from God. That food is the healing power that God gave him. And he knows he's here to feed the children of God with that healing power. So as when a white woman asks for her child to be healed, he says, what? Let the children first be filled. First, let me make sure my children have eaten, that God's children have eaten before I feed your child. You want me to give the healing power to your child? First, let's make sure my children have eaten. My children are healed. I'm here to heal them. Keep going.
Come. For it is not meat to take the children's bread.
The word meat is an old English word that means good. For it is not meat to take the children's bread. The children's bread is what? The healing power that Christ was given to heal the children of Israel, the children of God. It's not good to take the children's bread. Go ahead.
And to cast it.
And to what?
Cast it.
And to what?
Cast it.
The word cast means to throw. So that's the metaphor is you're sitting at a table. The children are seated at the table eating bread, but there's dogs under the table waiting for scraps to fall to the floor. I can't take this bread and throw it on the floor. I can't take the children's bread and throw it on the floor. Keep going.
Unto the dog.
Unto what?
The dog.
Unto what?
The dog.
Christ called the white woman a dog in the Bible.
That's right.
It's here in the Bible. Right? This would have saved a lot of men from getting lynched. A lot of men. A lot of men got lynched because they didn't know how to devalue white women. It will save your life. To devalue them. Instead of valuing their hair, their eyes, you need to devalue their hair, devalue their eyes to give your hair and eyes value, to give your hair and eyes beauty. Christ called the white woman a dog in the Bible. There it is right in front of you. Everyone understands.
Yes, sir.
That's it, House. Go ahead.
Con, let me get to the fourth chapter. You know, I want to say something kind of parallel to what you're talking about, right?
No sweat.
I seen a clip on, I guess it's TikTok with this little girl. I think I shared it on my Facebook page. This little girl, she was in a wrestling match with this, I think it was the oppressor's son, right? And they went to their wrestling thing, right? And she hit him. I don't know the move is called, but the young boy, he had in there and slammed it, though they did something. Big, powerful slam. She wrapped them legs around that kid, you know, and had his neck, and he was trying to get out of it, and she extended her legs. He had to tap out. He both hands, he's doing this, right? Tapping out. And started crying because he lost. And the judge hugged him. And I'm saying to myself, wow, like, why are you hugging him? He lost. It was a fair and square deal. The girl scrubbed him. He lost. But they got to console him. But you got to understand something, Israel, is what we're trying to tell you, man. Like it's power in being down with yours and comfort and consoling yours. And that's what you see in that tape. That's it right there, Marad. That's it right there. I don't know if we can play it, but it was something, man. Can we play that, Marad, so the people can see this? It's on Twitter. Can we play that? Can we play it real fast, General?
Please.
Play it. We can play it? Play it. Play it for everybody so they can see. Now watch this. And then we're going to break down Tobit, the 4th chapter, man. And this is the problem. There you go. Watch this, General. Look at this. Look. Watch this. Watch this. Yeah, look at this. What he's scared. Watch this. Look at him. Look how he's opening up his head and everything. Did we see? Okay. Pause, right? Pause.
That's a girl, right? Isn't that a girl?
And that's a sister. That's a young sister.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Did we see how normally when you in a match, right? The one that get the hand raised, did he raise the girl's hand? I didn't see it. Maybe he might have missed it. The camera might have missed it. But I didn't see him raising that young girl's hand. But I did see him consoling that boy that lost. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do amongst their own kind. And you can say what you want to say, but it's right there in your face. And that's the same problem we have. Like, we have a problem in not loving and get down with our own, man, which is why Jonathan Majors went through he went through and why he made the choice he made and why he being punished. Now, go to Tobit, the 4th chapter, brother.
If I can, in that video, Haas, remember recently we played that video of that the oppressors giving the medals to all the little kids.
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
the little
sir.
black girl was in line.
Yes, sir.
And she skipped right over her.
Yes, sir.
She the only one. The little sister didn't get a medal.
Yes, sir.
In a line where everybody was supposed to get medals.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
like, we always got to be the one that's on a higher level, but we always the ones getting scrubbed.
Yeah, man.
Because we're not choosing each other like how the Lord said for it to be. And that's how it has to be. You understand? Tobit, the 4th chapter, real fast for y'all, man.
Kind of a concept.
Now, let's see what the Lord said about how you supposed to choose a woman or choose.
Of the seed of thy father.
If you're a so-called black, Hispanic, Native Indian man, you are part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand? You got 12 tribes to choose from, man. You know what I mean? They the seed of your fathers. They're all them tribes make up one nation. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. And take not a strange woman.
Take not a what?
A strange woman.
If they would have known this and they would have listened to what the Lord said, come back to who they are, then OJ, Tiger Woo, Jonathan Majors, none of these cats will be suffering what they're suffering right now. You understand me? Like, they would not be going through it, man. Because they would have took their time and took a woman of their own kind, man. You know what I mean? And changed their life according to the way the Lord did. And the Lord would have been with them in everything they do. Read.
Kind of a kind. And take not a strange woman to wife.
Go ahead.
Which is not of thy father's tribe.
Mm-hmm.
For we are the children of the prophets.
Go ahead.
Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Go ahead.
Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred.
That's why they're trying to take that Old Testament from y'all. Yeah. That's why they're trying to tell you that's not part of you. That's why the Christian church, who was started by Protestants and came from the Roman Catholic Church, tell you the Old Testament is full of fairy tales and stories and it don't apply no more. You know why? Because you learn in the Old Testament that your forefathers did things a certain way, and you are required biblically by the law of the Lord to continue it even in 2023. That's why they teach you to try to tell you to disregard the Old Testament when it's saying it ain't valid, but it is valid. Let me give y'all a lesson. Paul said this. For all you New Testament lovers and love Christ and love Paul, Paul said in Romans 15:4, the things written before, meaning what? You're going to learn from the things in the Old Testament. Abraham, Old Testament. Tobit, Old Testament. You understand me? You're going to learn. You're going to learn how to live your life the right way. So you can stop right there, brother. I don't think we need to read no more. So that's like, that's
no sweat.
No sacrifice.
I'll read some of these comments for you, Mayak. You had Walking Tall said he was at the trial with Megan Good. She's an actress or something, right?
Yeah, that's the one that had that cat that rapper Tory Smalls put in jail. Was supposed to he was dealing with her and dealing with the other girl. They got in a fight in the car over that.
Tory Smalls.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then
well,
the girl
listen.
got shot in the foot or something.
Listen, she's a sister, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a start.
No, that's Megan Thee Stallion, right? Yeah.
Oh, Megan.
Okay.
From Pretty Lips.
Oh, Slocky. I got it wrong. That's Slocky.
Come on, man. Yeah, it was a family show.
Like, I'm sorry, it's a family show.
A family show, man.
I don't know what she played in lately.
I don't know what
Sluggy.
she making good.
She was the little girl on that old movie with Samuel Jackson, that old voodoo movie.
Making
good.
I can't think of she was in. Anyway, she's black, right? Or Hispanic, good enough. All right.
Yeah.
You had Quarak said she was chasing him like the police. That was a good one, Quarak. She was running like that with boots on. She had boots on. She had the boots on, like women wear the boots, like them expensive boots they wear. She was running like that. Damn. She was running like that with boots on. She would have caught him faster if she had on that tracksuit. You damn right she would have.
Yeah, she would have.
He's talking about how they don't make Kool-Aid. He missed the woman. This is Walking Tall. Walking Tall said, "Generals, can y'all pray that our brothers be healed from the sickness of loving Esau's daughters?" Walking Tall, listen, I'll make a deal with you. You pray that God sends us to brothers with that sickness. You pray. If you pray, God will send us to every brother who has that sickness. That's a fact, warrior. All right. Yediah. Last one is Cardi B. Correct.
Carnival concert. So recently, Cardi B went to Instagram and Twitter, to complain about like the problem she's having with her husband, Offset.
Cardi B. Okay, do we have that? Can we play that?
I can pull it.
That was pretty good video, Maya. Cardi B, she was screaming. Now you know where Black and Hispanic women get this hysterical, I'm jealous over women nonsense from. They get it from our oppressor's daughter. So now here's Cardi B now. She's on Facebook or Instagram going berserk, Maya. It's always over other women highs. That's all it could be. What else is there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What else is there?
Yeah.
But him having another woman. Because she's shocked that Offset didn't stay faithful to her forever.
Good.
All right. Play the video of Cardi B going berserk. She was screaming and crying on Instagram or TikTok. If you can play the video, please. Read the story until we can get the video.
Which means this is going to give an excuse to go back to them dancing days.
Well, but Offset already done made his apologies and come home with his tail between his legs. And, I'm sure bought her flowers and everything. Happy wife, happy life, Haas.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure that Offset then went home to make her happy, which will last about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Until she makes another Facebook post. I would like a woman to call in. Now, women, you try to type into the chat room, sisters out there, or white women, oppressors' daughters who are listening. Tell me, why do women, when they're hurt or upset, why do you have to share it on social media? I'm sure brothers would like to understand this one. It's hard to understand. Why do you have to do that? Social media didn't always exist, Women have been mad about their men cheating for quite a long time, Mayak. A long time. Why does a woman have to go to social media to tell everyone on the planet about her petty, minor marital problems? Play the video. You ain't got it yet. Do you have it? Come on, sisters, type in and tell me, why do you do this? Why? Does it work? Meaning, does it help the marriage? Why don't you just call your husband or your boyfriend? Why don't you just blow up his phone? Why don't you leave him long messages like you used to do? Leave before social media. Just leave him a 3-page message on his beeper. Or call him a million times. Why do you have to go on social media to tell everyone on the planet about your petty, stupid marital problems that you're having in your life, as if no one else has problems of their own? Play the video with Cardi B.
Watch what I'm about to do. Watch what I'm about to say. And it's so fucking sad that a nigga like to, this motherfucker really likes to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time. When I'm not the most confident, he likes to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows. Yesterday, I could have been out. I could have been chilling. I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you. I've really been sparing you. You've been fucking feeling yourself, you bitch ass nigga, because of your bitch ass album and shit. And you've really been fucking doing me dirty after so many fucking years that I motherfucking helped your ass. Not even a fucking thank you that I got for your bitch ass. And it's so crazy that I gotta go to the fucking internet.
Saying I love him. Is after this one.
Because whenever I tell you something, you don't take shit serious. You will fucking talk to.
Oh yeah, she put this on. This is her. She has a child with this brother. This is her man, and she put this on social media to tell everyone. I guess he's not giving her enough attention. She didn't say anything like that was ridiculous. She didn't say he broke my jaw. He, did something. I guess I'm assuming from this he's just fronting on her because he got a new album out, and she's feeling like he knows that she won't go out and cheat on him, so that's why he's doing this. And she screams and puts this on the internet for everyone to see. And what about when that child gets older? So many of you, your mother does this, and the child sees it. The children at your child's school see this. They see it. Now, give me the next video she did a few days later. There's another video she did, Mayak, after this one. All right? Play that video. Am I getting any responses from anyone out there?
You are, General. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
You said that she was saying this because he got an album out, right?
That's what she just said just now.
Right.
I'm basing that
Got an
just
album
on
out,
that. Go ahead.
Isn't that the same thing that happened with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett? How Will Smith was more of a star than her, and because of that, she was jealous of him.
Is that it? No, that's maybe you're onto something because she mentioned his album being out just now. Maybe I don't know what the hell it is because it's private and intimate. I don't understand it. All I know is she's screaming and she's mad at him. And you dumb, what's the best word besides the B word?
Broads.
You broad, is that good, you die?
Really?
Can't say broads.
You can't say females?
Oh, we're not, so I can just say, okay, you dumb bitches. You're so stupid. Why would you go on Facebook and Instagram and do this? You can't stop yourself. You cannot stop. I just want to know why, in your mind, why are you doing it? You have the new video? You don't have it? Okay. She made another video 2 days later. Oh, how she was in love and all happy now. If you know, and this is something else I don't get. Do you think that this marriage is over? I think you know it's not. You know you're going to make up.
Yep.
You know for a fact that this man who you are embarrassing and shaming online, you know you're going to have sex with him again. You know this is not the end.
Yep.
You know you're not leaving him. Yep. You know he's not leaving you, which means you know you're going to make up.
Yep.
Why would you do something so drastic, knowing it's not even over? You're going to get back in bed with him. You're going to bend over and give your body to him again.
Yep.
So why do this? Yep. Why? It's like declaring, I'm sick of you. I'm over with you. Knowing that when he knocks on the door, you're going to open your legs again.
Yep.
So then why do this? I want someone to make me understand it. You don't have it there. I think is that it right there? One of them is after the argument, Marah. You might have to type that in. What are they saying in the chat rooms about this? Is anybody trying to give me an answer? How's my go ahead.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, maybe. Okay, fine. The brother said it's an older video. Well, show me one when she's all in love with him. I'll take that to see the difference in it. What's that one right there, Cardi B? What's that? No, go back up down with her face. No, right there. Right. What's that one? Crying. Okay. Yeah, she has other videos, Mayak, where she's in love.
Mm-hmm.
And this video where she hates him. And then she'll do a video about her being in love. And then a video about her being hating him. Sisters out there, white women listening. Tell me why you do this. Any answers, Mayak?
No, they just repeating what you said.
See, that's something. I don't like that, Mayak. Because you're going to do it. You're going to do it all the time. Tell us why you do it. Tell us why. Maybe I'll go through Facebook and find the women that are doing it right now. Should I do that? Should I go through Facebook and find the women who are constantly sneak dissing their husband and talking about their husband on Facebook? Should I do that, Haas? Huh? Do I gotta go on there and find your names so I can ask you in public? Since you talk about your husband in public, maybe I'll go and tell your name. This is what I want you brothers to do and sisters to do. The next time a woman goes on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok and she talks about her husband, I want you to ask her, why do you do this? General Muhammad wanted to know. That's all I want you to do. You got me, Mathumya? You're going to see this. You've seen this before, right? The next time you see it, say, sister, why do you do this to your husband? General Muhammad wants to know. I want everyone to ask them this question. Since they can do it in public, let's ask the question in public. All right, come on.
Takaya Both says, she said, because the husband doesn't care about her being mad, so they're looking for some attention from somewhere.
From who?
Followers, fans. I'm assuming she don't.
Okay,
say,
yeah, from who? Meaning you could certainly get attention from your mom.
Yep.
You could get attention from your friends.
Yep.
You could call someone on your phone, text message someone. Why do you make it absolutely public for everyone to hear about your petty, stupid attention problem? Yep. Why do you do that? If she can answer, let me know.
General, they need to be in your marriage counseling classes. They need to sign up. They need to get up in here. They need to contact the school. Contact the ISUPK.com, marriage counseling. Pay your fee for General Muhammad service. Get in counseling and get your marriage right.
Most High in Christ. Give Haas a hand for water. You know, only one problem, Haas. Counsel doesn't work unless you want it.
Yeah.
And it don't work unless you follow it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's all talk unless you actually follow the counsel. That's something I've learned. You understand? All right. Sir. Anything else, you die? Any more stories? It's 11:02. With that, clap it up for Commanding General Yahanna. He'll be back next week. We held it down for him tonight. The water to all the brothers and sisters that came out to see Commanding General Yahanna in North Carolina to learn about World War III. Also, Lord allow, I'll be in Florida doing the mandatory online class this Thursday. We'll go into Christmas and break Christmas down to show your mama and your grandmama that Christmas has nothing to do with Jesus. The water to General Mayat, give him a hand. General Hazayat, Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibad, Officer Mathumya, Trooper Nabal, clap it up. Kwam Yasha'Allah.
Kwam Yasha'Allah. Hey, make sure y'all pay your Passover fee too, man. $200 for all exclusive pass to every event we have at the Passover this year in North Carolina. Let's get it in, Israel.
Get it in, Passover.
So, you know, Houston is a long way away. It's about 25-hour drive, you know what I'm saying? What brings you out here to New York? You know what I mean? It's mildly cold weather.
Right. Well, I mean, we're doing something that we always do. We taking care of Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. We're going to give, you know, humanitarian aid to our people. So we're about to give them clothes and whatever they need before this winter comes, because this government don't give a damn about it. So this government does, and we're going to give them what they need.
Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. So usually, I mean, this is nothing new to you, because I mean, you did the mission to Acuna, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much it'll pretty much be like the same thing in a way, right?
Absolutely, same thing. We don't just do it in Texas; we do it all over the world.
Most High in Christ.
Right now, we're doing it.
Most High in Christ. Go out, sir.
No sweat.
Don't worry about the cameras. Just be normal.
Just like normal.
Nigga be like, hey.
Hey, what's going on out here? Hello, Akil.
We're about to give out these clothes, you know what I mean, to our Hispanic brothers and sisters. We're going to do what Commander General Yahanna taught us, what Christ taught us, is to stand on brotherhood and sisterhood and be kind to our brothers and sisters, man. So we're going to go up there. We're going to give them these clothes, you know what I'm saying, so they can be warm for the wintertime. And, you know, we just going to help out as much as we can. So we're up here. The brothers is up here. We done came from all around the country. Brothers is here from Houston, you know, Ohio, you know what I'm saying, all over Florida. And brothers is down here to help out our brothers and sisters and do what Christ prescribed for us to do. And that's have brotherhood and sisterhood. And basically, we built a nation off of that foundation. So we're going to go out there. We got the brothers out here. You know what I'm saying? And we're just going to just enjoy this brotherhood, and we're going to go out here and do what we got to do.
To show each other love, right? And right love. You understand? But today we're going to show good, right love that black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and only we can give it to each other. Wow.
Man, this is if I could. If I could, man, with the captain's bringing out so heavy, some blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, for a long time, they've been trying to put a shoe on us that does not fit, which is these different religions. You know what I'm saying? Man, GEN.YAHANNA, a true prophet of the Lord, like Captain Mashak was bringing out. You see these men that we've raised up, ain't nothing soft about these men at all. You see what I'm saying? And we're sincere about helping our people. That's what I.S.U.P.K is built on. That's what One West is built on, sincerely helping our brothers and sisters. When the church doors close, we here to feed them. You know what I'm saying? We here to clothe. We here to do all the necessary things that's going to bring the people together. But most importantly, you understand the brotherhood and sisterhood in I.S.U.P.K cannot be matched.
That's right.
So like I said, the captain said it all, but I definitely wanted to bring that out. This is what we build in this nation on: sincere brotherhood and sisterhood. Thank you very much.